Yo, Jusong is acting like Vincenzo. Oh man. Oh, he even has a lighter, but it's just a regular one. I kind of want some jampong now. Probably not that spicy. But yo, real quick, I don't think there's a love triangle here. Like Joon Woo, he's just, acting like that. He's not really, he doesn't have feelings for Chaeyoung. Oh, Chaeyoung wants Vincenzo to stay in Korea? Yo, get out of here. They're coming to the trial with a Lamborghini. Look at that slow-mo, the way they're getting out of the car. Yo, they're not getting ready to go to a trial. They're getting ready to walk the red carpet. This episode was a good episode, even though it was mostly comedy. But we do know that they're setting up for something more seriousness and more impactful in the next episode. So just talking about comedy, I feel like the highlights are having Jusong act like Vincenzo when Myunggi was trying to find him and find what he looks like. Jusong just came in and act like Vincenzo, start dressing like him, starts flicking the lighter, even though it's not a similar cheaper lighter like Vincenzo where you just flip the top. No, his is just a regular lighter, which is pretty hilarious. Having Chaeyoung and Vincenzo approach a corrupted person, example, Hyunwoo, in a funny way. Like Chaeyoung would be like this bad cop, and for Vincenzo, I wouldn't say good cop, but more like observant, like a baby touching everything. You know what I mean? Like he would walk around the office, touch things to find clues to see him, well, to see if the clues would help him in the future, which it does. And having Vincenzo and Joon Woo kind of having this like eating spiciness fight, talking about peppers and how much Scoville units that they have. And now their love triangle, I would not call it a love triangle because seeing Joon Woo's true personality and seeing how he acts, well, his fake personality, yeah, I don't think he has feelings for Chaeyoung. That's all his fake personality. So a love triangle, not there, but romance between Chaeyoung and Vincenzo, oh, it's there. So at the beginning of the episode, we see Joon Woo's true personality. He is this typical K-drama big bad boss. And the way he treats Hanso, he pretty much belittles him. Like embarrass him, tell him to do this, do that, even though you're the chairman in the public eye, you are still my puppet. And we know for sure that Hanso is going to stab him in the back / betray him sooner or later because the way he treats Hanso, again, I don't blame Hanso for stabbing him in the back. So right after Chaeyoung and Vincenzo dealt with RDU-90, their next target is Babil Chemicals, where BLSD. Okay, so where BLSD is being developed, and it's still in development as of right now. And that type of chemical, it's toxic. You can't use it on people. It's pretty much similar to RDU-90. And the people that are, I wouldn't say involved directly, but it's in its circle are the corrupted people. One of them is Hyunwoo, the corrupted lawyer, who always tells his clients to have a settlement, even though that the client can win the settlement against the evil company Babil. But of course, Hyunwoo is doing this for money, and of course, he's under the Babil umbrella. It doesn't matter if it's ties with Usang or Babil itself, he's still under that umbrella, and he's getting money from it. So they're going to go after him. There's a doctor named Jong Moon who pretty much, he has ties with the chemical. He just acts like he doesn't. And then, of course, the press. His name is Ilsu. He's the chief of that press. But he pretty much sucks up to the evil company. So because he sucks up to the evil company, he can have advertisers on his paper. So again, in the end, money. So the first person they go after is Hyunwoo. And again, with the way they would approach Hyunwoo is in a comedy way. Chaeyoung being like this bad cop and Vincenzo just walking around his office trying to find some stuff. And he found that the painting holds a safe, which has all of the money that he got. So they were trying to tell him that, hey, you should resign. You should not represent your clients. He says no, and they threaten him. And Hyunwoo is acting like, oh, I can see right through you, which of course he's intimidated, but in the end they got him. Now for Hanso, well, first I thought it was pretty weird to have him and his board of directors eating noodles in the middle of the conference room, which I thought was a pretty weird punishment. But anyway, as he was eating noodles, he got a call from Joon Woo, and Joon Woo told him that, hey, I want you to go to Babil Chemicals. I want you to tell the press that BLSD will happen soon. But then he told him, wait, hold up. It's still in development. It's not ready yet. Just do what I say. And of course, he hangs up. And then after that, it's like, oh, I'm sick of it. But he goes there anyway. He tells people that, hey, BLSD will see the light. And as he was shaking every employee's hand, one of them, he's hurt and he coughs up blood on Hanso. And we see how much of an asshole Hanso is. He's like, hey, everyone, call the ambulance. I'm thinking, oh, okay, so he's being nice. So maybe he's not a bad guy after all. But he says, no, an ambulance for me. There's blood on me. And I'm like, oh man, this guy's an ass. But anyway, we see how corrupt, how disorganized not only the evil company is, but also within the employees. Because for the employee who was coughing up blood, he was pretty much on the floor, laying down. And one of the employees was like, hey, if you don't sign the papers, we're not going to call the ambulance. I'm like, damn, how many? Yo, like, everyone is corrupted. And now we're at the hospital. Come to find out, the guy who coughed up blood, well, his name is Uyong. Uyong, he knows the monk from Gumga Plaza. I'm guessing they're family, I guess. But yeah, they know each other. And then the monk was talking to the doctor. Again, come to find out, is Jongmoon, the corrupted doctor. And Jongmoon said, has he smoked? Has he been working a lot? Because that could have been a factor. The monk goes, yeah, he does smoke a little bit and he does work a lot. And the monk even said, wait, he does work at Babil Chemicals. Is that a factor? But then Jongmoon is like, Babil takes stuff like this seriously. So there's no way that Babil Chemicals has anything to do with him coughing up blood. I'm like, of course, a corrupted doctor. I mean, Babil got ties everywhere. So right after taking down Hyunwoo, it was ready for trial day. And well, the day before the trial, we do have a nice moment between Chaeyoung and Vincenzo where Chaeyoung, she wants Vincenzo to stay in Korea because she knows that right after this trial is done, Vincenzo is, well, he's leaving. And it was pretty nice that she asked, hey, why don't you think about staying in Korea? But Vincenzo is like, well, I don't really have any attachment here, so there's no point of me staying here. Even though he says that now, he will have an attachment, and obviously it's going to be Chaeyoung. So now it's the time for the trial, and Vincenzo was like, whoa, hold up. We can use my car. We're not going to call a taxi because we need to arrive at the trial with class. And they're coming in with a Lamborghini. I'm like, that is more than class. That's way up there. And then the way they came out of the car is like, they're not getting ready for a trial. They're getting ready to walk the red carpet. Like, just look at them, which was pretty hilarious. And what's pretty awesome is that the tenants on the other side of the street, they were supporting and they were also shouting, BLSD is hurting us and all of that, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, that's the review. I pretty much got the gist of the episode, but if there's anything else that I might have missed out, please leave it in the comments below. Even though this episode was mostly comedy, but we do know that they're setting it up. Next episode, I cannot wait. I mean, it's the trial, and just seeing everything, well, just seeing this fight from a court point of view, or just in a court type of setting, I should say, that's going to be really interesting, and I cannot wait to see that. So anyway, if you guys like my review, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.